everyone, it's Tuesday the 10th of November and I'm filming another What I Eat in a Day. So I've just got back in from doing the school run. The baby's already had her breakfast. I've got a ton of jobs that I'm doing today. I'm planning on just gutting the whole of the house, like literally from the top to the bottom, and we've converted the loft in our house. So I'm starting all the way up in the loft, or should I say into Alyssa's bedroom. So I'm just going to go from top to bottom. So because I've got so much to do, I'm just having a super duper quick breakfast this morning. I'm having my usual cup of coffee with some semi-skimmed milk in there for my first healthy extra A allowance. And I'm just having a little punnet of blueberries as well. And that's literally it. I'm not very hungry this morning, but I am very aware that I need to eat something because I'm just going to be so busy tidying up. I've just got that cleaning bug this morning. I don't know what it is. The sun's shining, so I should really be making the most of it and spending the time out in the garden. So instead, I'm just going to open up every single window. Me and Alana, we're going to blast some tunes, get the music going, and we're just going to go around and tidy up. When that bug bites, I seize it because it doesn't bite, not for a massive declutter that I've got the urge to do anyway. That doesn't happen often. Obviously, I tidy up every single day. It seems like a never-ending cycle, but the declutter bug is here, so I'm gonna run with it. So after that big massive waffle, I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll jump back on when I have some lunch. Alright guys, so I finally broke off for some lunch, some well-deserved lunch. I'm definitely winning the battle of sorting the house out, I'll put it that way for sure. And all I can think of is how much body magic I must be doing right now, because I'm absolutely sweating cobs going from all the way up in Alyssa's bedroom, up in the loft, all the way downstairs, all the way back up again and everything. Yeah, Alana is finding it hilarious watching me run around like a headless chicken. But anyway, here, this lunchtime, this is something that I cooked yesterday in the slow cooker. It took around about 6 hours to cook, and it's what I call my bottom of the fridge casserole. So basically, it's anything that's due to go off, it's gone a bit limp, looks a bit worse for wear, something that desperately needs eating. I just chop it up, throw it into the slow cooker and let it do its magic. So in this one that I made yesterday, I've got potatoes, carrots, butternut squash, parsnips, onions and spring onions. I threw them in as well. I've also got 2 tins of green lentils just to bulk it out and give some protein. And then, like I said before, I've used some beef oxo cubes, which are free, and some chicken stock as well, which is free. And then the herbs that I've put in here is sage and thyme with a bit of salt and pepper. And that is literally it. So it's full of speed foods, it's full of free foods, full of protein, and it's completely and utterly sin-free and gorgeous. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have my gazillionth bottle of water. Isn't it cute? It's my daughter's. I stole it. My gazillionth bottle of water, because I've had so many of these, it's untrue. Just because, like I said, I'm absolutely boiling, tidying everything up. So yeah, go and enjoy this, and then I'll jump back on if I have any snacks or when it gets to dinner time this evening. So I've just had a delivery from Iceland, blooming typical while I'm in the middle of making dinner this evening. Always, why do they always come whenever you're busy, honestly? But anyway, it's here now. I'm going to put it all away, but before I do, I thought I'll just jump on and quickly show you what I've got. It's just a few little bits as a bit of a top-up shop. And just from Iceland only. I've still got to get the fresh stuff, like, you know, salady stuff, fruit, things like that. But these are the stuff that I've just picked up from Iceland. So not all Slimming World friendly, as you can see, because I do have a husband who is allergic to fruit and veg. You'd think that anyway with the way that he acts about it. And obviously I have 3 children, 2 of which are 9 and 12, and so obviously they like a few little bits of treats every now and again. The other one, if you're not aware already, she is just 8 months old today. Yay! So she's not quite onto these kind of things yet, but I'm sure she'll make up for it soon enough. Anyway, back to what I originally came on and what I originally came on to film, and I'll show you what I've got. So I've not wrote the sin values on this because, like I said, I am just in the middle of making dinner this evening. So anything that I can't remember the sin value off of the top of my head, if it has a sin value or whether it's free or speed, then I'll pop it on this screen, so you'll see it just flick across when I'm editing this video later, so I'll pop it on screen. So starting down here, I've just got some soft white rolls. These aren't for me, these are for the hubbies and kids. Hubbies? Oh, I've definitely only got one of them. So these are for the hubby and kids. Not sure obviously on the sin value, so I'll pop it on the screen, but these are for when we have burgers and things. I've also picked up a load of tortillas. I send the kids to school every day with a packed lunch, and they do usually jump for a wrap instead of having a sandwich. So it's just something nice for them to have for the lunch, and it's quick and easy for them. And then down here I've got some eggs. These are protein and free on the plan. Up here we have some baked Wotsits. Let me have a quick look. 90 calories, so they should be 4.5 sins per bag. If you're doing the 20 calories to 1 sin rule. Obviously, if they're any different, I'll pop them up on the screen. I picked up some Frazzles. These ones are 87 calories, so again, around about 4.5 sins. Some Quavers, 86 calories, so again around about 4.5 sins for those as well. We have some pizzas as requested by the kids and hubby. So we've got a deep pan meat feast, thin and crispy vegetable for my daughter, that one's for my son, and then this is what my husband chose, a wood-fired stone-baked pizza. We're actually having pizza tonight, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to use these ones or if I'm going to use the ones that I've already got in the freezer. So either way, some will be coming out and some will be going back into the freezer, or I might as well just use these now that they've been delivered. And with my pizza, I always just make them either out of the Weight Watchers white wraps that you can have as a healthy extra B, or tonight I'm doing it a little bit different and I'm actually using a wholemeal pita bread for just a change. So anyway, enough about that, carry on. I've got some Nando's Perinese, just a spicy mayo. This is for my son for his wraps for school. He absolutely loves the stuff. I've got 4 tins of chopped tomatoes. These are speed. I've got some baked beans, 2 packets of the 4 packs. They're free on the plan. We do go through a lot of beans. We have beans with a lot of meals. A pack of bananas. These are free. Some battered onion rings. I've got some Quorn pieces, so these are the chicken style ones. These are free and also protein on the plan. I've picked up some vegetable burgers. These are for my daughter. She just, every now and again, she likes to have a change, so she's not always having beef burgers. I've got some tomato paste. Not sure if this one's going to be sinned or not. Just depends if it's got any oil in. But I'll obviously have a look on the app and let you know. Time Out wafers, the 6-pack. Oh, there it says 112 calories per bar. So you're looking at almost 6 sins maybe, but we'll find out on the app. Some mixed vegetables, 2 packs of those. They're full of carrots, sweet corn, peas and green beans. So a mix of speed and free. And I've got 2 of them. These are just really, really handy for whatever you've made for the kids. If you just whack them in the microwave or whack them in a pan, and then it's something different just to accompany a meal, or even for yourself. Sometimes I throw this kind of stuff into like fried rice and things, and it just bulks it out lovely. Got some Maris Piper potatoes, just a big bag of those. They're free. 2 bottles of the regular Pepsi. These are for my husband, and they're obviously sinned, probably a gazillion sins. And then my absolute favourite is Pepsi Max. This is sin free. I've got some perfect mashed potato. Now, could seem really, really lazy, but I've got this for a recipe just to pop on top of a bake, so that's the reason why I'm using that and not this. Just because whenever I've used this kind of mashed potato, it holds really, really well as a pie topping, whereas sometimes if you do mash from scratch, I found it can be quite watery almost and just doesn't stick as well. If you're watching my What I Eat in a Days, it'll all make perfect sense later on in the week. I promise. A pack of mushy peas. This is for when we have fish and chips one night this week. I thought I'd give those a whirl. No idea if there's any sins in them, so I'll obviously find out and let you know. Some ridiculously crispy straight cut chips. The last time I got these, everybody absolutely loved them, so picked up another pack. Obviously, I just do my own Slimming World chips, which are sin-free. And then we've got some crispy chicken breast dippers. These ones are in the batter, and again, requested by the hubby and kids. My husband is like a child in the sense that he loves a kid's tea. His perfect meal would be chicken dippers, smiley faces, and like barbecue beans and some slices of white bread with like Lurpak on or something. He is a proper kid. He loves it, bless him. But we love him. We definitely do. So that's it. Like I said, it's only a few bits. I'm going to put this lot away and then I'm going to crack on with dinner. And then the next time I speak to you will be exactly what this has interrupted me making. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Dinner this evening is pita bread pizza. I couldn't remember the word then. Pita bread pizza that I'm having. So the rest of the family have just got normal pizzas. You've probably seen in the little bit just before that shopping haul that I did. I ended up just using those pizzas instead for everybody and then left the ones that I already had in the freezer. Not that you really bothered, but I just thought I'd explain that. Don't know why. But anyway, back to this one. So here I've got a pizza, as it says, made out of a pita. So a wholemeal pita bread down there, which is my Healthy Extra B. I've topped it with some, again, what's that word? Tomato puree. The tomato puree, by the way, that I got from Iceland is sin-free. I checked it on the app before I added it. So topped it with tomato puree, put all sorts of different herbs on there, some garlic and some chili flakes. And then on top of that, I've put 40 grams worth of 50% reduced fat cheddar. And then, as you can see, I've got some green and red peppers. So I just kept it basic. And then round here, I've got a massive speedy salad, all sorts of different lettuce. There's shredded carrot, cabbage, there's onion in there, and then I've got cucumber and tomatoes too. And then round here, I've done some, I'd say chips, but they're more like little squares, whatever you want to call them. Potatoes in the Actifry, so they're completely sin-free, and I'm not using any JD spices this evening. Just some salt and pepper, not salt and pepper, salt and vinegar on those. So what I am going to have, because there's no sins to my meal, there's just a Healthy Extra A and a Healthy Extra B, I'm having some the chili and lime salad dressing on. So for this, it is 10 sprays for 1 sin. And then, as you're probably fully aware, I'm having some Pepsi Max as well, so that's my first one today, so happy days. So that's what I'm having. I'm absolutely starving as it is right now, so I do definitely think I'll be having something to snack on a little bit later on. So with that being said, I'll jump back on in a bit. So I'm finishing the day with some natural yogurt from the Co-op, the fat-free one. It's the Greek style, which is free on the plan. And as you can see here, I have some chopped up blueberries, which are speed. I've also got a chopped up apple, which is speed. And I have, just excuse the shadow while I open the cupboard, I have a sin's worth of this Sweet Freedom vanilla syrup. So I've got 2 teaspoons and it's half a sin per teaspoon, and I've got 2 of them on. So 1 sin of vanilla syrup on there as well. That's what that glaze is that you can see just on there. I'm also having a pack of Ringos for 3 sins, and I'm having 2 of the Lemon Drizzle Hi-Fi bars. I've not actually tried these yet, and they're 3 sins each because I've already had my Healthy Extra B today of the wholemeal pita bread. So in total for snacks this evening, it will be 10 sins, But then I'm also finishing the day on just 11 sins because I didn't have any for breakfast, none for lunch, and I only had 1 sin for dinner, which was the Heinz spray that I used on top of the salad, and I had a healthy extra A and a healthy extra B with my dinner as well. So that's it. That's all I'm finishing the day on. 11 sins, good day on plan, plenty of speed food, plenty of free food, plenty of water as well, which is a Brucey bonus, definitely, and just 11 sins. So I can't imagine I'll be having anything else this evening, but obviously if I do, I'll let you know tomorrow because I'm going to edit the video now and upload it hopefully this evening. So as usual, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, if you can subscribe to my channel, I would much appreciate it. And I will speak to you all tomorrow for another What I Eat in a Day.